A lot of people open up the Bible the same way they open up a fortune cookie. They just want that little encouragement, that little psychological boost that's inside there. The problem with doing that with the Bible is that you detach it from the context, what it's really saying. And then you can make the Bible say all kinds of silly things that it's not even saying. You know, you can make the Bible say that Old Testament, remember Joseph and Pharaoh in Egypt and all that? Do you remember reading that story? Well, you could say, well, the Bible says that Joseph played tennis because he served in Pharaoh's court, right? Remember super strength Samson? You ever read that story in the Old Testament of the Bible? And he had that strength pushed on the pillars and the place fell down. You could, someone could say, he's an amazing comedian. He brought the house down, or all people who follow Jesus should drive Hondas because in the New Testament, it says the New Testament believers were all on one accord. I mean, you can make the Bible say so many silly things. Here's two examples, not quite as silly, but they're still off track. Some people have said to me over the years, the Bible says God will give you the desires of your heart. And then I asked for this and God didn't give it me and I desired it. What's going on here? And then right from the words of Jesus himself, you will ask whatever you wish for, and I will do it for you. Jesus, I asked, and you didn't do it. And so it puts them into confusion at the least, and sometimes a crisis of faith. I'm not going to trust Jesus with other things if he's not giving me what I want, what I desire. And of course, that's just taking stuff out of context. And it confuses us. If you hear those same two verses from the Bible in context, look at how everything changes, all right? Delight yourself in the Lord, and he will give you the desires of your heart. Do you see that? Because when you delight yourself in the Lord, when you live to please him, you start to desire the things that please him. And you delight in those things. And so your desires are aligned with what delights the Lord. And so you have right desires because you have right delights. And then in the case of Jesus, listen to this. If you remain in me and my words remain in you, ask whatever you wish and I will do it for you. So it starts with remaining in him. When you're close to Jesus, and you want to know what he says, his words remain in you. It changes the way you think. It changes what you ask for because you want to ask for God's best for your life and the lives of those people you're doing life with. And so you end up asking Jesus for what is really the best. And of course, he's so pleased to be able to do that for you. You see, imagine having your whole diet is fortune cookies. I can guarantee you, you're headed for type 2 diabetes. It's the same thing when you just pick and choose those sweet things that you want from the Bible. You're headed for type 2 spiritual diabetes. God's revelation, the record of what he says his plan is for our lives, talks about a relationship with him, where we're forgiven and we have forever in our future. It talks about how to do family, relationship with friends, sex, money. The best plan for all of these areas are in the Bible. So we don't just go and pull out what we want. We want to follow what God says for every area of our lives. So have a good balanced diet and stay healthy.